So good evening, Triveni. Is everything is clear? In the last class, what we have discussed is confirmed. Have you understood all the topics?
Yeah, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Is it clear? Last class we have discussed about structures concept.
I did not watch the previous session, sir.
Okay, was not there. Okay.
Recording, yes.
Fine. We have discussed about structures, and it will be continuation to the topic only.
Yeah, okay.
So just I'll give you some basic idea, and then we'll start. So, first of all, you need to understand why we need to work with structures. The reason is whenever you want to store group information means till now we have seen so many programming examples, and in those programming examples, we are just reading either one number or one character or one string. But what if you want to develop a real life application where you want to read uh, information about a customer? Okay, you are developing a business application where in that you want to store information about a customer. So reading information about customer involves gathering different inputs related to a customer. Means imagine you are developing an application for a uh, store where the store owner wants to store the information about the customer. So then we need to know the name of the customer. We need to know the age. We need to know the date of birth. We need to know the place. We need to know the mobile number. So all this data item together represents only one single customer. So this is what we call grouping of different data items into one unit. And this is what actually the requirement of the industry is all about. Means if you want to develop a project, then you need to store information, something like this. So in the last class, I have taken one small example saying that I want to store information about a student actually, like roll number, name, and average. This is known as structure definition. Now, how many students information you want to store? Like one student, declare one variable. Two students, declare two variables. Three students, declare three variables. 100 students, I cannot declare 100 variables. Then I work with array of structures concept. This is an array of structure. So S is a variable of structure student type and allocating space to store 100 students. But here, I won't be storing 100 students information. I'll be storing information about only few students. So I'll ask the user like how many students information you want to store. User will say that he wants to store information about like 5 students. Then I'll repeat the loop and I'll store that information of 5 students. Again, using for loop, I'll display it. So once I have a look on this, I'll say like 3 students. Then I'll say 101, Raj, 90. 102, Hari, 99. 103, Sudhir, 97. This is how we can store the information and we can display the information. So you may think that why we need to work with structures, why not ordinary variables? Then, see, if you want to store information about 1,000 students, and for each and every student, if you want to collect these 3 data items, then you have to declare 3,000 variables, which is practically not possible. Is it clear? That is the reason we are grouping data into one unit and we are storing the information. Now let's try to understand that this displaying part, I want to do it by using functions. So what I'll do is I'll define the function first. I'll define the function, that is display is the function name. It's not returning anything, so I'll say void, and this is going to read information about group of students. So I'll say struct student brackets opening and closing. This is known as function definition. This is known as function definition. Okay. Now, this is the actual logic you are using to display the student information, that I'll remove it here and I'll simply say display and I'll pass the S. And now I'll define the function. Void display is the function, and I'll say struct student S brackets opening and closing. And then here I'll write the logic to display the student. Now when you run this program, you'll get an error. And there are two reasons for this error. The first one is you're accessing the student structure here at line number 33 inside the display function. But you can observe the student structure is defined within the main, so it cannot be accessed anywhere outside the main. Triveni understood this point? This is known as the scope actually. The scope is limited to main function, so you cannot use it outside the function, point number one. So if you want to make this particular structure available everywhere, then you have to declare it above the main. You have to declare it above the main. So this is nothing but declaring the student structure above the main, as well as the size and I variable and S variable also accessed outside this function. So they should be declared above the main. And this is we call actually the global declarations. Now, you can run this program, and this time you can say roll number 101, Raj 90, 102, Hari 99, 103, and Sunil at 33. And this is how you can check it out. So it is the same way only. It is the same way how I have written this program without functions. But here, the benefit of using functions is, if you want to use this display logic multiple times in the program, then instead of writing this lengthy logic, you can simply make use of this. You can make use of this student the display function whenever and wherever it is required. And even if you want to print the indexing, you can print the index also. The index is available in I. So I can print index as well as the data which is stored in that index. I'll say like two students, 101, I'll say Hari, average 99, 102, Sunil, 98, and you can see in the 0th index, the first student information is stored. In the first index, the second student information is stored. Like this, we can pass a structure to a function. And now the third concept in structures is, even you can pass address also. So if you want to pass address to a function, structure address to a function, then you have to say star. Then you have to say star, because you are not passing the variable, you are passing the address. You are passing the address actually. Fine. Now, here the address has to be received inside a pointer variable. So this is the pointer variable. Now you may ask me, sir, while passing address, we have to use ampersand. Yes, we have to use an ampersand if you want to pass an address. But remember, when you are passing an array, you need not to explicitly give ampersand symbol. Arrays are passed by default by reference. Means if you don't give ampersand symbol also, then it's okay. It is passed by its address only. And one important point what you have to remember here is, whenever you are accessing and structure member using a pointer variable, then you have to use arrow operator. You have to use arrow operator because S is not an ordinary variable. S is a pointer variable which refers to a structure, and you are accessing the, the data member using the pointer variable. So you have to use arrow operator. Okay. And after displaying the one student information, the address should be moved to the next student. So you have to say S plus plus. And if you want to print the address of the student also, then you can say U, and here U is nothing but unsigned integer, that's nothing but address. And here you can say S. Now observe, I'll say 3 students. First student is roll number 101, Raj, 99. 102, Hari, 98. 103, Sunil, 98. And you can see, first record is stored in 4225440 memory address. Second record is stored at 468. Third record is stored at 496. So why you are getting that huge difference? So whenever you declare an variable in the memory, then this is your memory. And now look at the program. You have created an array of 100 students. You want to store information about 100 students. Then for each student, how many bytes of memory is allocated? For each student, 28 bytes of memory is allocated. See here, integer roll number 4 bytes, character name of 20 bytes, float average 4 bytes. So 4 plus 20 plus 4, 28 bytes. So in memory, totally 2800 bytes of memory will be allocated. 2800 bytes. If you want to confirm, then what you can do is, you can simply say print of number of bytes occupied. And you can say percentage D. And there is an operator called size of, and you can say S, because S is the variable which is representing the number of students. After this, you can say slash n. Okay, now I'll run this program once again. You can see 2800 bytes of memory is allocated. So I don't want to enter any information, so I'll say 0. 2800 bytes. So this is actually the 2800 bytes referred with one name, that is S. 2800 bytes referred with one name called S. Each 28 bytes space is reserved for one student actually. Each 28 bytes will be reserved for storing information about one single student. This is what internal representation of this structure variable, and that you can experience it, that when I run the program, 28 bytes difference is maintained in between the each and every record. So this is how we work with structures. Again, I'll run it for the last time, and you see, I want to store information about 5 students. First student is 1 A 99, 2 BB 99, 3 CC 55, 4 DD 88, 5 EE 78. And you can see each record will have 28 bytes of information. Now, can you tell me, will this information will be stored anywhere in the computer so that I can access this information again? You can tell guys, will this information is stored anywhere inside the computer so that I can access it tomorrow and I can display all these 5 students information again on the screen? Is it possible? So the information what we have stored, that will reside only in the memory, that will reside only in the memory. This is your memory, RAM. So whatever the information you have stored, this is temporary because RAM is a volatile memory. Means the information when the RAM memory will be stored only till there is a continuous power supply or the program under is execution. So if you want to store this particular data permanently, then you need to create a file in the hard disk, which is known as permanent memory. And whatever the data which is there in the hard disk, that you have to shift it into the file which you have created in the hard disk. So this is what we call actually working with the files concept in C language, which is the last topic of C programming language. So in tomorrow's class, we'll start working with files concept. Tomorrow I'll deal with text files, and the day after tomorrow I'll explain about command line arguments. Okay, and if time permits, I'll explain you the binary files also. So like tomorrow is 20, on 20th we'll start files, and I deal with text files there. On 21st actually I'll explain you command line arguments. Okay, and 22nd actually I'll explain about binary files. So we started this batch exactly on last month 22nd. So we'll successfully complete this on this month 22nd. But your learning should not stop. Your learning should not stop. So what you have to do is, Triveni, have you started with the self-learning modules? Just confirm. Have you started?
Yeah, sir, started, sir.
Which course you have started? Flowcharts.
Yeah, sir.
When you will complete that?
By the Wednesday, I will complete totally, sir. Flowcharts and
Flowcharts and pseudocodes you will complete. Means this one. Am I right?
yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
At which module you are exactly now?
Day
Can you
3.
tell me? You are at day 3? Very
Yes.
good. So can you tell me that have you learned anything new from this? Like day 1, day 2 you have completed. So have you learned anything new which you have not learned earlier in your college? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, sir. In my college, I totally confused what is pseudocode and what is flowchart, sir.
Okay.
And how to write pseudocode, sir.
Okay.
And in day 2 session, I learned how to write pseudocode, sir.
Very good. Very good. So there is some clarity. Is it?
Yeah, sir.
See, I'm seeing that you are doing a lot of certifications. Am I right?
Yeah, sir.
So you are doing here and there actually, but we need a proper structure and a proper guidance. Am I right?
Yeah, sir. Yes.
So this particular pseudocodes and flowcharts course will help you. And remember, in this I have explained you everything which is required for running a programming language actually. For learning a programming language, whatever is required, that everything I have explained you in detail. So it may take a little bit of time. The first course is simple. It's simple, in which you'll learn only like overview of software applications. The second module you will learn what is algorithm and what is pseudocodes. Okay. So in this you can see I've explained you multiple examples actually, like read 3 subjects marks, display total average, check whether the number is even or odd, print welcome and buy message based upon the input. Okay, and even number still 100. So can you recollect that this is sequence programming, selection, loops, and functions actually. So you have learned everything using pseudocodes, all the programming concepts. In the same way, have you started day 3? Day 3 started?
No, sir.
So when you start day 3, what happens, I have given you that how you can draw flowcharts by using an online software actually. Means there is one software called diagrams.net. You have to download it on your machine, or you can use even online also. And there I have explained you that how you can draw flowcharts using a software actually. Have you drawn any flowcharts till now using any software, or only on the notebook you have drawn?
No, sir.
Only notebook you have used?
No, sir.
No, you have not drawn any flowchart till now?
No, sir.
Okay. So in this you'll understand how to draw flowcharts. Okay. Then there is fourth module, like all the coding concepts, means everything which is required for learning a programming language. All the terminologies we have covered here. So Rishi, have you done with the second course? Just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Second course finished?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second course is finished, sir.
Finished.
The third course I should start.
You started now? Okay. Now you
Didn't
start
started,
working.
sir.
Which one?
Didn't that started,
Start.
sir? I should
Okay.
start. I start tomorrow. I will start.
Okay, start this third course tomorrow. Within like by 22nd, we'll complete this online batch actually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And after that, what happens, from next month, we'll join every Friday, evening 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. Timings I'll decide it. So
Okay, sir.
what you have to do is, I'll assign you the complete weekly work to you. And
Okay,
at
sir.
the weekend, I'll be checking you if you have any doubts actually.
Okay, sir.
Is it like, see, suppose if I ask you to finish in 30 days, then it may not be possible. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
If that pressure is there, then it will be very difficult. But if you are learning at your convenience level, see, you may take like 1 month of time or 2 months of time, no problem. Anytime, whenever there is a doubt, I will be there for you on Fridays to clarify all your doubts actually.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I have added you in one group, like Coding Career
Yes, sir.
Blueprint. In that, I'll
Yes.
share the link actually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
There will be a separate link for this Friday classes. So you just
Okay, sir.
keep on observing that.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, my online classes will be completed by 24th, sir. So from 25th, I'm coming. I will come to the offline class, sir.
Offline classes you can come, no problem, no problem. And you can
Okay,
do
sir.
one thing, Rishi. One more thing you can do.
Yes,
We are starting a new batch from tomorrow. That is morning 8 to 10 actually.
Okay, sir.
Morning 8 to 10. So if it is possible, you can shift to that batch actually, 8 to 10 batch.
Okay, sir.
Morning. See,
Okay,
whatever
sir.
is convenient to you, that you can plan it.
Okay, sir.
Triveni, will you be available on Fridays also? Like every Friday?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So once you complete this course, you have to start with this course. Okay, remember this one.
Yeah, sir. Yes.
This is very lengthy module. It may take 1 month, 2 months of time also actually. So in this module, wherever there is a doubt, every Friday you can raise your doubt and I'll be helping you to clarify that. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Okay, sir.
Our regular classes will be completed by 22nd, but your learning will not get stopped, and helping my side will be there every weekend actually on Fridays. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. And tomorrow we'll meet where we work with boundary files concept. Okay. Bye.